Welcome back, everybody. So if you guys remember in the last video, we ended up finding some fake cards in this giant box of Pokemon cards that I bought off of eBay. So to be completely transparent with you guys, I did end up sorting everything out. And the reason I did so is because there were just so many bad fake cards in this set. The colors are completely wrong. I mean, you can see there's a full art Skyla that just isn't even close. We have a foil that's just like pixelated and awful. So unfortunately, there ended up being a total of 160 just fake cards in there, and I wanted to get all of these out so that we're not giving the time and attention to fake cards, but we can actually spend our time enjoying the artwork of the real Pokemon cards. So I did sort everything by set, and sorted it into generation order. So in this video, I actually want to start off with all of the first generation Pokemon cards that are in this box, from base set all the way through base set 2. So this might be a little bit of a longer video, but I definitely want to be able to flip through all of these, so I'll probably be going a little bit faster through these and stopping on some of the more interesting cards, and pointing out kind of some differences here. So we're starting off with a bunch of Machops. We got the Raticate and Diglett. And we have Squirtle, which is definitely a fun one because in later generations he's a lot more blue. Bulbasaur. Getting that Leech Seed off was always a favorite card of mine as a kid. And as you can see, there are two different prints of this, where one has the thicker writing and one has a thinner one. Ooh, and we have a Red Cheeks Pikachu. Not 100% sure on exactly how rare. Oh, there's two of them here. Look at that. Not 100% sure how rare Red Cheek Pikachu is, but I do know that this is an exciting variation, because Pikachu usually has yellow cheeks in this set, so definitely an interesting variation on that one. Bill, that was a fun card because it allowed you to draw extra cards, which was one of the few cards that allowed you to do that in the early generation of Pokemon cards.
Let's see.
Magmar, definitely a cool artwork on that. I believe Fossil also had a Magmar in it, but with a different artwork. Energy Retrieval. And see, there's the Yellow Cheeks Pikachu, which is just a little bit different from the Red Cheeks Pikachu. Magnemite, Dugong, Magikarp, Kuna, Chop, Super Potion. There were a ton of base set cards in this box, which I am not complaining. Getting old base set cards. Anytime you can get some cards from 1999, that's always exciting. And computer search, that's definitely a fun one there. I have no idea how many cards are here from the first generation base set to base set 2, but there are a bunch. So we might end up having to fast forward. Now, an interesting thing about Wartortle is in this set, there were some errors where it actually had Wartortle up here in the Stage 1 box as well. So definitely want to be on the lookout to see if we got one of those in this set. Kadabra, Ghastly. I believe it was Fossil also had a separate Ghastly artwork. Oh, and we have a first edition Haunter. Excited for that one. Porygon, Farfetch, Dewgong, double colorless energy. And after this stack, we'll be about halfway through our base set cards from this set, actually. Like I said, there are a lot from the first generation. Oh, Rhyhorn's a jungle set, so add him to the correct pile there. Magikarp, Poliwag, Caterpie, Super Potion, Vulpix. Got a few Arcanine there. We have Growlithe and Charmeleon, Doduo, Onix, Magmar, Koffing, got a couple Charmeleon, and we got some Charmanders. And we're starting off this pile with the Jinx. Got a few of those there, and Ghastly. Got some Abra, Sandshrew, Diglett, Yellow Cheeks Pikachu, got Bulbasaur and Porygon, Dratini, Sandshrew, Diglett, Nidoran, Tangela. The interesting thing about this one is with the two ink thicknesses on the printing here, the color of Tangela actually changed a little bit in the printing from Wizards of the Coast. Diglett and Voltorb. Oh, and we have a Japanese switch here. Super Potion, got several Professor Oaks, Switch, Drowsy, Nidorino, Machop, got Ivysaur, Nidoran, Seal, Diglett, Staryu. Definitely love seeing all this old artwork. Definitely brings me back to my childhood. So we do have a first edition Vulpix here. However, you'll notice on some of these, the HP and the number are switched. So a lot in the first generation cards, they ended up switching these numbers around. We have Starmie. Definitely fun. As if you remember, this is one of my first cards that I ever got when I was a kid. Onix, Diglett, Machop, Ponyta, Magnemite, Rattata, Pidgey. I don't know, Farfetch'd has always been one of my favorite Pokemon from the first generation. I don't think it ever got the recognition that it really deserved. Along with never getting an evolution or a mega evolution in the later games. definitely something that I think Pokemon could do to help boost a little bit of the fandom into appreciating Farfetch'd a little bit more, other than just being the Japanese duck Pokemon. Energy retrieval. So as you can see, there are lots of duplicates in these. Definitely enjoyed Magikarp. As you guys know, Gyarados is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Alrighty, so going into the last stack here from the base set. Rattata, Doduo, Chomp, got that Farfetch'd, Rattata, Ivysaur, Onix, Vulpix, Charmander, Magnemite, Ponyta, Arcanine, Energy Retrievals, got a few of those, Full Heal, Plus Power, Gust of Wind. That was always one that was fun to disrupt your opponent's game with. Got Bulbasaur. And we have a Pokemon the first movie promo Pikachu. One of the first promo cards that Pokemon ever released here in the US. Abra, Haunter, Charmander, Ponyta, Charmeleon. Yeah, we've seen all of these. Squirtle, Arcanine, Sandshrew wins that one. So those are all of our base set cards. Next up, we're going to look at our jungle set. So after the base set was printed, they came out with the jungle series. Nidorino and Butterfree. And Bellsprout. Weepinbell. Execute. And we have a first edition Oddish. Paris. Goldeen. Oh, and we have a first edition Mankey. And Primate. Rhyhorn, Jigglypuff. We have a first edition Spearow. Lickitung. Gloom. Dotrio. Nidorina. Cubone. Parasect. More Rhyhorn. Paris. Venonat. It's always kind of a creepy card when I was a kid. Persian and Primate. Weepinbell, more Goldeen, Paris, Execute, Oddish. Rapidash, we haven't seen that one yet, I don't believe. Oh, and we have a first edition Goldeen. And there's Eevee. And Taurus, and this is not an English card. Maybe French? Yeah, that looks like French. Alrighty, and the second half of the jungle pile from this box, we're starting off with Persian, Parasect, Venomoth, Spearow, Meowth. See, we've seen all that. Oh, first edition Cubone. Oh, I'm knocking over my camera here. So we have a first edition Cubone. And oh, we have a first edition Jigglypuff. Marowak, I don't believe we've seen that one yet. And we have a Pokeball. Oh, and we have a first edition Tauros. Okay, we have a first edition Executor, and a first edition Oddish, and a first edition Goldeen ×2, first edition Spearow. Nice to get first editions in a set. Let's see here. Oh, and we have Nidoran, Paris, and Nidorina, all in first edition. Let's see here. Bellsprout and Oddish, Seaking, not sure if we've seen that one yet. And we have first edition Venonat and first edition Seaking. Another Venonat, first edition Fearow. Nidorina, first edition Meowth ×2, first edition Bellsprout. Got some more first editions here. First edition Seaking, Execute, Cubone, Mankey. Got Rhyhorn first edition. Some more Cubone, Rhyhorn, and 2 first edition Bellsprouts to end off the Jungle set. So after printing Jungle, Pokemon moved on to the Fossil set. So next up, we do have Fossil, and I apologize if you hear some background noise. It would appear they're doing some landscaping outside right now, so hopefully that's not too loud. Starting off with Krabby and Psyduck, Geodude, we have Grimer, Shelder, Slowpoke, we have a first edition Zubat, and we have Ammonite and Golduck, Krabby. Now with Krabby you always want to check the fossil symbol, because there is an error where some of the ink is missing from the fossil symbol, and that would be a rare printing error, so you'll want to check for that. Kingler and Tentacool and Arbok. We have a first edition Ekans. We have Grimer and Seadra. We have Cloyster and a first edition Amistar. We have Zubat, Ekans, Shelder, Geodude, Ekans, first edition Zubat. We have Amistar and Krabby. We have Slowbro. There's the Magmar I was talking about earlier, how it got a different artwork. Definitely like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit darker. We have Krabby and a first edition Krabby. We have Slowpoke, we have Gambler. Ooh, we have a first edition Gambler. More Gamblers. We have Amistar. We have Energy Search. We have Mysterious Fossil. Weezing, Haunter. First edition Tentacool. Ammonite, Golduck, Shelder, Ghastly, Psyduck, Horsey and first edition Horsey, Kabuto, We have Geodude, a first edition Kabuto. We have Graveler, a Geodude, and first edition Tentacool, first edition Grimer, Horsey, Shelder, Slowpoke, Zubat, Grimers. We have Ekans, Kingler, Sandslash, and Magmar for the first half of our fossil set. And for the second half of fossil, guessing this is going to be a lot of cards we've seen already. So Golbat, Tabby, we have a first edition Ekans, first edition Horsey, first edition Grimer. We've got Geodude first edition there. We have Ammonite. And if you guys are seeing anything rare that I am missing while flipping through these quickly, just let me know in the comment section down below. Definitely would like to be engaging with you guys in that. So we have a first edition Ammonite, and this one is not in English. I believe this one's in Spanish. Horsey, Shelder. Okay, let's go through these a little bit quicker because we've already seen all this art. And let's see, anything new? Oh, Recycle, I don't believe we've seen that one yet. The English Switch. Mr. Fuji. Again, it's always a good day when you have more than one Pokemon on a card. And we have Golem, which back then it was just an uncommon. And Slowpoke to end out Fossil. So after they printed the Fossil set, Pokemon released a Team Rocket set. And we're starting off with Diglett, Meowth, first edition Diglett, but this one is not in English. We have a first edition, not in English, Machop. And we have a first edition Team Rocket's Mankey. And we have another one, not in English. And we have a Primate, first edition, not in English as well. So we have Oddish, Eevee. I've always enjoyed this artwork for Team Rocket's Eevee. Squirtle. As you can see here, he is more blue than in the base set. We have Ekans, Drowsy. We have a first edition Dark Gloom. Beautiful artwork on that one. We have a Dark Wartortle, Coughing, Eevee, Drowsy. Ooh, a Dark Vaporeon. Beautiful artwork on that one. And we have a first edition Dark Muck. We have Ekans and Coughing. We have the Potion Energy, Dark Machoke and Drowsy, Dark Primate, Team Rocket's Rattata, and Magnemite. And then the last set that Pokemon printed in the first generation of Pokemon cards is base set 2, and that's identifiable with the little 2 in Pokeball right there. So these are all reprints of other cards that are in this set, to the best of my understanding, but they all just come with a different symbol on it. So we have Voltorb, Metapod, Pidgey, Cubone, Machop, Parasect, Bulbasaur, Kakuna, Ivysaur, Nidoran, Weeping Bell, Caterpie. So again, we've seen all this artwork in base set, and jungle. I don't remember if there's any fossil cards in this set, but Professor Oak, Nidoran, Gust of Wind was always one of my favorite energy cards to play because it really did just disrupt everything that your opponent was trying to do. Bulbasaur. I've always enjoyed the Dugong card just because little details like the bubbles and the yellow teeth was always something I enjoyed with that card. Cubone, Magikarp, and we're ending off with an Ivysaur. So those are all of the cards from the first generation of Pokemon cards. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Also, turn on the bell notifications down below so that you get notified whenever we upload new content. And we hope to see you in the next video where we will be going over more of the cards in this eBay box that we got. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.